What's up, everyone? We're here with another Game of Thrones: A Card Game 2nd Edition video. We're starting a new Store Championship series, this time from Hamilton, Ontario. We're at Board Game Central in Jackson Square in downtown Hamilton. This is, I believe, the last Store Championship video series on the channel. Then we'll move to regionals. So make sure you subscribe to the channel to see those future videos and get notified. Support the channel, really appreciated. On the left we have Alfredo. On the right we have Kevin. Alfredo is playing Stark Fealty. Kevin is playing a Lannister Banner of the Sun. I apologize for any of the glare here. We were playing in a nice area upstairs in the mall that had some nice open windows. The sun was coming in. It's a very nice, open, quiet area for us away from the hustle and bustle of the mall. We weren't crammed in the smaller board game store. They actually had a nice large area, so that was pretty sweet. Appreciate those guys there for hosting this tournament. Check out that store if you're in downtown Hamilton. It's called Board Game Central. So it looks like Alfredo's got set up Sansa Stark, and looks like he's got Lady on Catelyn Stark, and a reducing location Winterfell Heart Tree, I believe they're called. I don't play Stark that often, obviously. On the right we have Sir Jaime Lannister, a House Dane Knight, and it looks like a Western Fiefdoms for setup on Kevin's side. And we're in round one here. Featured match of the Swiss. I believe we have 4 rounds for this series. And we do a cut to top 4, I believe. I believe we had around the 10 to 12 player mark for this tournament, if I remember correctly. So not a huge tournament, but decent turnout. So sneak attack and confiscation are the 2 plots flipped. Looks like we're using the hand of the king pin there to determine first player, which looks like it goes to Alfredo, the Stark player. So he is going to marshal a Rose Road to begin. Looks like he's coming out of the gate trying to hit with 2 claim here on a challenge of his choosing. And so far it does not look like it'll be military. He has Hodor out there with the military icon, but he is not attacking unless you have Bran Stark, if I remember correctly. And surprise, surprise, there's Bran Stark. So is his plan to hit with a 2-claim intrigue challenge to start? Or the military of 4 strength? It's not really going to get through Jaime and a House Dane Knight so far. And Kevin, the Lannister player, has yet to marshal. Looks like a Tumblestone Knight is also played, so the board going pretty wide here on the Stark side to begin. Calling the banners is definitely looking juicy for Kevin as a second plot choice if he'd like some big economy. So looks like a gold is spent there to move Lady to the Tumblestone Knight during marshalling. So over to the Lannister marshalling with Grand Maester Pycelle. Gonna help with that insight to get him some cards, assuming he's in challenges that he wins. And another House Dane Knight. And looks like we're moving on to challenges with the Stark player going first. Looks like he has used his fealty reduction there. His house card is knelt, so he's going into the challenge phase with no gold saved and no fealty possibility. And he's got looks like 2 or 3 cards in hand there. And it is military as the challenge he chose to do with sneak attack. It does limit him, sorry, to do only 1 challenge. He can defend as many challenges, but only initiate 1. Looks like he's swinging him with the military. The Tumblestone Knight's 2 strength, plus 2 from Lady. We have Hodor able to attack with 4 due to Bran Stark being in play. This looks like an 8 strength military. Trying to take out 2 characters across the board from him.
Reactions.
Looks like the House Day and Knight will block the unopposed, and both House Day Knights will be killed. And it looks like it's over to the Lannister player with the usual military with Jaime to start, which will have no defenders. Hodor's dupe will be used to satisfy claim, and Jaime will gain renown for winning military challenge that he is participating in. Looks like Kevin's checking the hand card count there on Alfredo. Sees 3 cards. And throws in an intrigue challenge. 5 with Jaime, 2 with Grandmaster Pycelle, making it 7. Trying to get the insight off of Pycelle there. Which is 1 strength over the pair of Catelyn and Sansa, who would total 6. But he definitely throws in Catelyn there to prevent any triggers on the Lannister side, like Tears of Bliss.
Sorry, inside. Not trying.
It looks like Kevin has quite the handful of cards.
Do you have any actions?
Nope. I'm good.
You go dominant?
Yeah, it looks like dominance to the Starks. So 1 to the Stark player to 2 power on the Lannister side. Looks like Kevin will have to discard cards down to meet his reserve, and he gets rid of a Desert Scavenger. And it looks like Sansa Stark standing will gain a power for Alfredo, who's using those very beautiful Stark, I believe they're Dracula's tokens, which I hadn't seen in person until this tournament. But when we were at Rochester at Millennium Games, another amazing board game store if you're in the upstate New York area, go check out Millennium Games in Rochester. Travis, the owner there, runs an awesome store. They actually carry Dracula's tokens now, so it was nice for us Canadians traveling down there for tournaments, not having to pay for shipping, and they have tokens for each house there. So yeah, go check those out if you're in that area. Looks like March to the Wall flipped on the Stark side into Wildfire Assault on the Lannister side. Help thin down that Stark board. And maybe Alfredo saw that coming and wanted to march away character. But I mean, when you have Pycelle and Jaime across the board, and card advantage is definitely in the Lannister's favor right now, that's his way of most likely marching Pycelle and getting rid of that. And whittling down the Lannister player's board. It looks like that's what the Stark deck here is trying to achieve, opening with Sneak Attack, doing a military challenge, just trying to destroy your opponent's board and whittle down the amount of characters. Followed up with the March to the Wall. Seems like a good plan. And Pycelle does in fact go, and so does Sansa Stark. Oh, it looks like, sorry, Tumblestone Knight maybe was the March target. Not sure why Wildfire went off first, then March, and not the other way around. I think that might have been a goof up, because if March was done first, Pycelle would have gone, and a character on the Stark side, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, looks like that was messed up there, because Alfredo definitely killed Sansa Stark, and Tumblestone Knight got marched, which should be the other way around. You want to march a character that's unique so that you can play them if you see their duplicate. Maybe he only has 1 Sansa Stark and it didn't matter in his deck, but yeah, I would definitely have killed a Tumblestone Knight over Sansa Stark there. But either way, he should have chose March to go first, so he would have just had to march one of his characters and get himself down, so he didn't have to kill as much, because it took him down to 2 characters. But we have Catelyn Stark out there, Bran out there, Hodor, and Summer. And Summer helped get Bran back, I believe. And he's saving 2 gold. And over to the Lannister player for marshalling. So we have a Lannisport Merchant, their in-house reducing character. And we have 5 gold paid for Nymeria. And it looks like that is all the gold for Lannister player spent there.
Go ahead. Do you have any challenge actions?
No challenge action.
I'll take his melter.
So it looks like Nymeria is going to take Summer's military. Triggered in the challenge action window there before challenges are started on the Stark player side. Looks like a little power challenge here with Bran Stark poking at the Lannister merchant there, who could defend, but its claim is most likely going to go through due to Jaime and Nymeria not having power icons. And looks like the unopposed power bonus is blocked by the defense of 1. It looks like the Stark player is now up to 3 power versus 1 on the Lannister side, sitting on Jaime there.
Military?
And there's Hodor again attacking with military due to Bran being out there. Looks like Bran is warging into Hodor to use him to attack. It looks like Jaime will play defensive, which I think is a smart play here to stop the Stark player from achieving their goal of whittling down your board. And Jaime gets a renown out of it, so not too bad.
Intrigue.
And it looks like it's going to be an unopposed intrigue from Catelyn Stark. No abilities can be triggered while she's participating in the challenge. Taking one of the cards out of Kevin's hand there, taking him down to, I think, 5 cards we saw there. And it's a Hand's Judgment, which is grabbed randomly for claim. And an unopposed military is snuck through from Nymeria. And it looks like that is going to kill Summer.
Do you have any actions?
Nope.
We don't.
And dominance going to the Starks again.
5 of 6.
3.
So 5 power on the Stark side, 3 on the Lannister side. Going into round 3. Three characters to 3 characters on the board. 3 cards in the Stark player's hand, 5 cards in the Lannister player's hand. So Wardens of the West on the Stark side, calling the banners on the Lannister side. So Wardens is that plot. It's a 5/5/1 for the Starks. As a challenge action, during a challenge in which you have a participating Stark character, you basically can sneak another Stark character into a challenge twice per phase. So those you can sneak 2 extra characters into a single challenge or 2 characters in separate challenges. Works on offense and defense, so definitely messes with challenge math when you're trying to figure out the challenge phase against a Stark player when that plot's out. You just got to try to figure out which challenge they're trying to win on offense or win on defense the most, and you'll just have to play around that and understand what they can sneak in and really think about it. It definitely slows the challenge phase down on that turn when Wardens of the North is out. So 3 gold gained on calling the banners. Stark's going first again. And he has 6 gold there from the Rose Road plus the plot. He also has his in-house reducing location to add to his economy base there. It's like Alfredo's thinking it out here. He does have some options, obviously. Nice thing with that Stark plot, it definitely helps out Hodor when Bran's not around. You can sneak him into challenges, I believe, is the way Stark players are doing it now. Helps him get around his restriction. And there is a duped Grey Wind put into play. He does have Intimidate, and as a challenge action, you can kneel him to basically eat a 1 strength character, 2 strength if you have Robb Stark in play. Great way to remove your opponent's lower cost characters they would use for military claim to help make your military challenges more impactful.
3 cards?
3.
It looks like Stark players sitting on 3 gold. Over to the Lannisters for marshalling, collecting an extra 4 gold, 3 off the plot, 1 off the Rose Road. Total of 7 gold, plus the in-house reducing location and in-house reducing character for Lannister on the board. So not a bad economy spread here. Quite the handful of cards. Let's see what he chooses to play. Looks like the Mountain is thrown into play using the Western Fiefdoms, the Merchant, and 5 more gold. Definitely a great card for combating the Stark's military presence, which Alfredo does not have much of on the board at the moment.
Go ahead. Do you have any challenge actions?
No, I don't.
Looks like Kevin's choosing here to use Nymeria.
Take his military.
Steal Hodor's military this time. Or not.
No, I'll take her entry.
So it looks like he's taking Catelyn's Intrigue to remove the possibility of any intrigue challenge coming from the Starks. So that eliminates 1 challenge completely. So with Wardens of the North there, you can't sneak someone in unless you already have a participating Stark character. So taking away that intrigue icon basically removes any chance of doing an intrigue and sneaking in Hodor or Grey Wind into an intrigue challenge, which you can do with that plot, which makes it very versatile. So looks like another power challenge there, sneaking in with Bran, unopposed this time. Gaining 2 power for the Starks, taking away the 1 off the Lannister house card. Bring him down to 2 power on Jaime only. It's tough for Alfredo now looking. He's used up his power challenge. He has no intrigue challenge, and military. He has a total of 8 strength there. But if he throws it at Kevin, he could easily defend with 1 character in the mountain. He would get renown, defend the challenge most likely. Assuming he doesn't sneak in Catelyn, that is always the option. You can throw the 12 strength military at him. Using Catelyn in there, can't trigger the reaction on the pillage. But then Kevin can always throw in Jaime also and just gain 2 renown on the defense. But he's just going to do a military for 4 with Hodor to start. To kind of poke at him, see what he does. Then he has the option of doing the challenge action on the plot to sneak in either Catelyn, Grey Wind, or both. Depending on who Kevin defends with, you can do it in the action window after defenders are declared before determining winner of the challenge. So he does have options. That plot definitely gives you lots of options. Basically to react to what your opponent does. So if Kevin were to block with Jaime and the Mountain, he would have at least 15 there. He does have 2 gold, so I mean he could jump in a Burnman right now and throw him into the challenger. Even a gold cloaks if he plays that. And he does have the possibility of a Widow's Wail on top of that, or extra. An extra, 2 strength he could throw onto either of those characters. So he could bring it up to 17, either using a Burnman or a Widow's Wail is the most likely options. He is going to do the full block here with 15 right now. Let's see how Alfredo reacts to that with his options off the plot. It wouldn't be enough sneaking Catelyn and Greywin in there, but even just putting Catelyn in could stop some triggers, which I think he wants to do. Wants to avoid that pillage. Or not the pillage. The pillage will happen. He wants to avoid that reaction to the pillage if it's a character moving into the dead pile and possibly killing someone else in play. Which the mountain is great at. Hits more often than you'd think. There it is, the Widow's Wail. But the Widow's Wail goes on the Landsport Merchant. Not sure why. Maybe he's trying to get under reserve right now. Trying to get a card out of hand before the challenges end. But, oh, I see why. Because of Greywind. Greywind is on the table. He just brought that Merchant up to 3 strength so it cannot be eaten by Greywind. Very smart play. I've done that myself. I forgot about Greywind's ability being out there, but looks like an intrigue here with Nymeria, enabling a Tears on Bran. Or sorry, on Catelyn, but Bran will cancel it. And a Winter is Coming is grabbed for Intrigue Claim. Nice to see that hit the discard pile there. I'm sure Kevin is thinking. Dominance again to the Starks. So 2 cards on the Stark side. 4 cards still in hand on the Lannister side. Looks like you really want to protect that economy and the possibility of a march hitting your board, getting rid of either Jaime, Nymeria, or the Mountain. So good job with that Widow's Wail there, protecting that Chud. Even though a march has been played, these kind of kill decks or character removal decks are known sometimes to play 2 March to the Walls. Not a bad stat line on them, good for initiative, help remove a character. Looks like Starks are at 8 power here, to the Lannisters 4, actually 5 there, sorry, power on the Mountain also.
You can go first.
So summons being used here on the Lannister side. Stark player going first again. Noble cause, so he most likely has a Lord or Lady there he wants to play. And in Starks that can be anything from a cheap little Bran, Arya Stark, Sansa, all the way up to like a Robb Stark, Catelyn. They have quite the spread of Lord or Ladies, so that 2 cost reduction there is definitely useful in a Stark deck.
No, we're not closer to you. Got you.
So with the summons there, he grabbed Tyrion, as we saw, just go into his hand. So another 6 gold on the Stark side. Let's see what he can play here.
Who knows?
So we have a Winterfell Steward, in-house reducing character, played using the reducing location there. Maybe he does not have a Lord or Lady. Maybe he did not top deck one. I know I've played that plot before, having no Lord or Lady in hand, just hoping to draw one. You just need to play that plot. You don't want to play your other plots, so you just throw it out there. 5 gold's not bad. So we got Fealty reduced. Oh, we do have the Lord and Lady reduction used. Boom, Robb Stark has hit the table. It looks like he's saving 2 cards in hand and 3 gold. Over to the Lannisters, who have, looks like 5 gold. plus in-house reducing character and location available. Oh, 5 gold. 5 gold. Rose Road. Come on, Rob, get with it. So if you are seeing this video and you want to watch the other ones in this series, if you're seeing this as it's posted, I will be posting those videos over the next few days. Trying to get through the series a little quicker, and I will be putting them into a playlist, so you can always go check that if you're watching this further down the road in the future. You can start there, and it will have all the videos for this championship all in a series on a playlist, so you can conveniently watch it there. And I also have the giant playlist of all my Game of Thrones the card game videos there, and I have playlists for other board games and whatnot videos that are on the channel. So if you like any of this stuff, like I said before, please subscribe. Help support the channel. Appreciate it much. And we're almost at 2,000 subscribers at this time, and when we hit that, I should be able to do some kind of contest giveaway like we did when we hit 1,000. Maybe we'll do a nice long live stream again, playing Game of Thrones the card game 2nd edition. Have a lot of people over. Run that live stream, interact with you guys, build some decks on the fly, play some fun games, a little more casual. But yeah, we'll do something fun for it, so that's coming up soon. So help get those subscribers to the channel, and we'll do that fun stuff. So spread the word of this channel, and yeah, tell your friends, make sure they subscribe, and you subscribe too if you're watching. So Tyrion is now out in play. 2 gold remaining on the Lannister side. Looks like Nymeria has stolen Catelyn's intrigue icon again, leaving the intrigue challenge off the table for the Stark player. And now he has Robb Stark out there with that ability, so the possibility of him overcommitting on challenges, and then after a character is killed, standing his entire board is out there now with Robb Stark.
Win? Did you win?
But you got to be careful there with the Mountain and Jaime across the table on defense, just gaining power. So looks like power challenge here with the Winterfell Steward, Catelyn, 5 strength.
Let me tell you.
And it looks like Tyrion for 4 strength will block and prevent the unopposed bonus. But the Stark player again, as each turn, steal that single power off the Lannister player's house card and slowly get to his 15 power total required to win. Alright, military challenge with Robb Stark here, 5 strength. The Mountain comes by, says, I don't think so. With that beautiful 10 strength he has there on that card.
Anything else, Captain?
Challenge actions.
So looks like we got the challenge action here during the challenge with Greywind, who is going to eat the Winterfell Steward to try to trigger Robb Stark, but that will be treachery. So Robb Stark's ability will be cancelled. Puts the sword, comes off the deck. Kevin is okay with that, and the renown will be gained on the Mountain.
Military?
Alright, over to the Lannisters. Military challenge with Jaime. Unopposed block with Hodor.
Claim?
Claim of 1. Hodor will be chosen as claim. Jaime gains a renown. The Lannister player now is at 6 power.
Intrigue?
And we have an unopposed intrigue with Nymeria. 2 gold from Tyrion. Do we have another Tears coming? Nope. Looks like Littlefingers grabbed for claim, leaving 1 card left in the Stark player's hand.
Any other action? Nope. Go to dominance. I got dominance.
Looks like the unopposed power was forgotten there.
Oh, yeah.
Nope, there it is. Oh no, that's dominance. Looks like Kevin, I believe, forgot to take a power there for the unopposed intrigue he just got. Went a little fast there at the end. Stark player at 9. The Lannister player looks to be at 7. And we have a March to the Wall flipped on the Lannister side into a Wildfire on the Stark side, this time reversed. As in compared to our round 2 plots that were flipped. Looks like Catelyn will be marched. And Nymeria marched on the Lannister side. And it looks like the Merchant is killed for Wildfire, returning that Widow's Wail back to the Lannister player's hand, due to it being a non-terminal attachment. And on the Stark side, looks like we have Robb left with Greywind. And this time, a change of events here. We have the Lannister player going first. So King's Road played for limited. Popped. Looks like we have Tywin due to the 7 economy spent there. A little late in the game, but never bad to see another character with renown hit the board to help you try to speed to your win condition here. I just mean late in the game for his economy boost. As a Lannister player, you always want to see him earlier in the game to help fuel your economy, but
Can't use that every turn.
he already had a Rose Road and an in-house reducer, and his opponent's at the same, so as long as your opponent doesn't get ahead of you on economy, it's okay when you don't see Tywin. It's just when your opponents are seeing all their economy and you don't, that's when it's trouble, and Tywin can usually help get you out of that jam.
You're all good?
That's all I got.
So Sir Roderick Castle, I believe is his name, played on the board there, 6 cost, 4 strength. I believe he basically gives insight when he's in a challenge with. When he's in a challenge, he wins. He can give all the participating Stark characters insight. So there's a possibility of right now him throwing in 3 characters in a challenge and winning, and then drawing 3 cards. So we got a military with Jaime in the mountain. It looks like 15 strength. That Widow's Wail is a possibility. It's in Kevin's hand right now. He does have a gold saved for it. But I mean, that could be saved also just because he didn't have anything to spend it on. Could be for a Tears of Lys. Also helps make Tywin a 7 strength right now. But interesting, he did not go for the intrigue first to gain 2 gold to even threaten the put to the sword. So his opponent definitely knows it's not an option right now. So he's not scared, does not throw in any characters, just claims Greywind and chooses to save him with the dupe. And there goes Ice off the pillage from the mountain. And 2 renowns gained.
Well, I figured they're all going to die anyway. Yeah, that's fine.
Intrigue?
So intrigue here with Tyrion, stealthing Robb. And 2 gold gained. No defenders, unopposed. Claim is Bran Stark. Back to 1 card again in the Stark player's hand. And it looks like it's the Stark's turn for challenges here. We have Tywin and Jaime still standing. The option for a Burn Man jumping in, a Widow's Wail, Gold Cloaks, it's there. So we got an all-in military here. Looks like 13 strength. And it looks like the Widow's Wail is used on Jaime. And Tywin and Jaime will defend the military challenge. Both gaining renown. Looks like putting the Lannister player 2 power away from the win. 6 power on Jaime, 3 on the mountain, that's 9, 1 on Tywin, 10, and 13 on the house card. So he does not win with Sir Roderick. So no insight, no handful of cards, which I believe he was trying to achieve there.
20 minutes left, guys. 20 minutes.
Not gonna scout it.
So Calm of Westeros flipped on the Lannister side, and he does have a second March to the Wall flipped on the Stark side. So he did have that plot in there. So it is a good thing Kevin used that Widow's Wail early on that Landsport Merchant to protect him, or else Nymeria or Jaime or the Mountain would have been marched. Most likely Nymeria in that case, but. Looks like power is chosen there for Calm of Westeros. Trying to prevent the Stark player from slowing him down to reach his victory there. He did win dominance, so he is 1 power away. So now he knows he won't lose any power. He just has to gain 1 this round. And having 3 renowned characters out on the board with quite the large military presence. Knowing he can push that challenge through most likely. Depending on what the Stark player plays, of course. But yeah, if he saves gold, I mean, he could get up to... what, 27 power maybe there? Or sorry, 27 strength on a military challenge is what I was trying to say.
Every time.
And I don't know any Stark cards for 5 or 6 gold there that can help him with that. But we have Catelyn Stark.
Yeah.
She's not in my dead pile.
I recall that.
Played using Fealty and the reducing location plus 2 gold.
Marched. Things were happening. I was happy.
Alright, I'll keep it.
Yeah, so, okay. Keep removing it. And then for 1 goal, Tears of Release.
And it looks like we have the Hound played. Sirio. So, yeah. He can definitely get up to a crazy amount of military here. And also give stealth. So, he can stealth both those characters. So, let's have some fun here. Let's add it up. So, he saved a gold. So, Tywin is a 7. Plus the Mountain is 17. Plus Jaime, that's another 22. Got a Widow's Wail on him. 24 if I'm correct. Plus another 6 from the Hound, that's 30. And Sirio 33. So we could have a possible 33 strength military challenge. Double stealthing the Starks there. Going unopposed. Gaining him power on Jaime, Tywin, the Mountain, and an unopposed power. So 4 power grab there. He only needs 1. So I don't see a way out of it. And he could just play defensive also here. So that's why Alfredo is not doing any kind of attacks, because he knows it could just be defended and Renown can be gamed like we've seen in previous challenge phases here. So you definitely can't win by attacking here. You can't stop all the Renown. So it looks like it's over here. I don't see any way out of it. But the intrigue there is blocked. Tywin gains the Renown. And the hands are shook. So congrats to Kevin there on the win with his House Lannister Banner of the Sun. Thanks to both these guys for letting me film them. Thanks again to Board Game Central in Jackson Square, Hamilton, Ontario, for hosting this tournament. Stay tuned to the channel, guys. We have more games coming up very shortly for this series. We'll try to get through it quickly. So subscribe to the channel to be notified when those go up. And yeah, if you like the video, hit the like button. And don't be afraid to comment below if you see anything you like, dislike, any improvements you want to have on the channel here, or just stuff you see in the game, you know. But yeah, we'll see you in the next video, guys. And as always, thanks for watching.